I really gotta be eating in a caloric deficit. Just bulk into 82, man. You can eat whatever you want and eat into the meat rather than cutting for it. Nah, man, 75 is my class. I can diet down, get leaner, and be more competitive. Nah, bro, just think about it. You can eat whatever you want. Mass moves mass, bro. Everybody knows that. That is basic powerlifting knowledge, man. You freaking genius. I'm in.
Can I just get a classic donut, please? And a Boston cream?
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
So BPN just released their new mango flavor pre-workout. So let's go ahead and see what it tastes like. This is probably one of the coolest looking containers I've ever seen. Just half scoop because it's only week 2 and it's already almost 1 p.m. Cheers. Dude, that is actually good. What the heck? I can compare it to, babe, what's that Mexican juice with the mango? No, serious.
It tastes...
Doesn't it taste like the humix? No?
Tastes too real.
What do you...
Where's the
What do you mean?
It's good. I would drink it. It just literally tastes like a mango.
I probably wouldn't keep drinking it if you don't want to get itchy.
I'm gonna get itchy. It does not taste like humix though.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Welcome to episode 3 of the prep series. And for today's vlog, I kind of want to talk about the dieting strategies that I'm using in order for me to be able to cut down while maintaining as much muscle and as much strength as I can. So one of the first things that I want to discuss is that last block was more so for gathering information about daily caloric intake, normal activity levels, recovery levels, plus with hydration and supplementation, so that going into prep and having to cut, we already have all those information that we gathered over 2 to 4 weeks of intro block into a prep. Now, one of the downsides that you might hear when you do practice something like intermittent fasting is that you might be missing the window for protein synthesis. As long as you're getting enough protein from great sources, you should be okay for the most part. So that is the first topic that I want to discuss. If you want to use intermittent fasting to make cutting for a meat easier for you and more effortless, then do it. Make it as simple as possible. During the first block, we were able to find out how many calories I needed to eat on average to maintain around 174, 175 pounds. All I did was calculate the percentage of fat loss that I want to happen on a weekly basis, which is 0.5 to 1% of total body weight per week. Calculated the amount of calories that I would need to have in deficit so that I can lose that amount of weight per week. Sushi is probably one of my favorite meals to eat. Whenever I get the chance to get some sushi, always a good time, every time. The next thing that I want to kind of discuss is how I'm using cardio as well as how I'm tracking my NEAT. For some of you, you've never heard of the word NEAT before. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This basically means that anything and everything that you do outside of the gym, walking, cooking, vacuuming, tapping your feet, your legs, doing this little thingamajig on the computer like you guys just saw me do, that is all considered NEAT. Now, just being mindful of increasing your NEAT burns calories. So that means getting your 10,000 steps in daily, moving around more. Instead of taking the elevator at work, you take the stairs. Instead of parking as close as you can to the grocery store, you park far off in the distance so that you can add more steps in. Now for cardio, I'm starting off with doing 15 minutes of cardio every session. Hydration is a very important part. When you're trying to actively measure your body weight, you want to make sure that the amount of hydration that you have throughout your diet is as consistent as you can, rather than one day it's over here and then the next day it's down here. Water, when you combine it with salt and carbohydrates, can make it seem like your body weight is fluctuating like a roller coaster, rather than you seeing a linear downward trend with your body weight. Your tissue could be actually going down, but then if your water, salt, carbohydrate intake is very inconsistent, then it can mask your weigh-ins like this rather than like this, if that makes sense. When it comes to supplementation, I try to keep it as simple as I can, and there's really only 3 supplements that I use for majority of the year. Whey protein. It's pretty self-explanatory why I use whey protein. It's an easy and convenient source of protein whenever I don't feel like cooking, or if I'm lagging in some protein. Sometimes I just don't want to eat a whole chicken breast when it's 10 p.m. I just had a long day at work, and the last thing that I want to do is heat up some chicken breast and eat it. The next supplement that is heavy on my rotation, pre-workout. When you are in a caloric deficit, sometimes your energy levels are just not there. Pre-workout kind of gives you that little oomph that you need so that you can bring the intensity into your workouts. Most pre-workouts also consist caffeine, which is a stimulant which helps curb your appetite. So that's a plus. And then the next thing that I do use consistently is creatine. Creatine just gives your body an extra source of ATP, which is where your muscle gets most of their energy from. Having that extra resource of ATP for your muscles ready to go will allow them to perform the way you want them to perform. And with that, I am actually going to end the vlog right here. If you guys did enjoy it, please leave it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe. Episode 1 or 2 should be popping up on the screen like right now, I think right here. As always, train hard, recover harder, eat your donuts. Peace out.